The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. May even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Dragon Age Origins. This is a new Let's Play that's going to encompass all of the Dragon Age video game series. As of this recording, there are 3 out right now. We have Origins, which is this one, Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age Inquisition. I wanted to focus on this game series for the foreseeable future because I like the idea of decisions made in Game 1 affect Game 2, affect Game 3, and I really like that concept of replayability and everything can be different for everybody. So that's why I went with this one. In today's video, we're going to set up a character, probably do our start the background story, I think. So that's what today's video is going to be, and then, you know, tomorrow will be different and we'll go from there. This is more of a role-playing game, I think, a little bit more than I've done in previous videos, but when I do like playing role-playing games, I like to immerse myself as much as possible, which means I like to read everything, I like to talk to everyone, I like to do as many quests as possible, you know, expose myself as much to everything and really get into the story. And I like stories that are stories and games that are world building, not just like, you know, oh, this guy needs to do X to get Y. There is a little bit of that in it, but there's also all this stuff going on in the background that you're kind of living in, and I really like that idea, and I think that Dragon Age does do that. So that's pretty much my blurb at the beginning. So let's get started. And our little pop-up here says the background you select will determine which of the 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. And as usual, in most games, you have the male choice or the female choice. And it says that women and men in Ferelden are generally regarded as equals. Both genders are evenly represented in most organizations, noble houses, and military forces. Now I'm going to go a little bit outside my comfort zone and play as a man. I am a female. I like to roleplay as a female when I play video games. I like strong, powerful women, but I'm going to step outside my comfort zone and play as a guy. So yeah, there you go. The next choice you have is your race. You have human, elves, and dwarves. I don't really feel a dwarf at all. Let's see, elves were once enslaved by humans. Most elves have all but lost their culture, scrounging and impoverished living in the slums of human cities. Only the nomadic Dalish tribes still cling to their traditions, living by the bow and the rule of their old gods as they roam the ancient forests, welcome nowhere else. Elves can be warriors, rogues, or mages. Okay. Or you have humans, the most numerous yet the most divided of all the races. Only 4 times have they ever united under a single cause, the last centuries ago. Religion and the chantry play a large part in human society. It distinguishes them culturally from elves and dwarves more than anything else. Humans can be warriors, rogues, or mages. So I'm leaning more towards human. That's just my natural inclination. I may even play a human in all 3 games, who knows? But since I'm going to play male, I'm going to stick with a human, because I feel like that's okay. So humans can be warriors, mages. I'm assuming that's a rogue. Yeah, rogue. It's right here. Dummy. I don't really want to play a rogue. I've fiddled around with this enough to kind of get everything set up and tested, and I tried it as a rogue and I didn't like it. So there are 3 games, so I'm thinking 1 for each game. Maybe the rogue class will be better in other games. I don't know. I'm thinking of doing a warrior in Origins, a mage in Dragon Age 2, and maybe a rogue in Inquisition. I don't know. We'll have to see. That's the plan. Plans always change. So anyway, I'm going to go with a warrior on this one because, again, my natural inclination would be to do a mage, but let's try and... Let's just try it and see how it goes. If it's awful, you won't even see this. Anyway, so we'll play a warrior. I guess the only background story you have option-wise for, I'm guessing these must be like dwarves and... Well, that's mage. Yeah. Okay. So human noble. Born to wealth and power, second only to royalty, you find your training in both diplomacy and battle put to the test as your brother leads the bulk of your family forces to war in the south. So I'm guessing you're a younger brother then. If your brother is off leading the forces, you must be younger. Oh, good. Sword and shield. That's just what I wanted to play. Perfect. Okay, so next... Oh, is my appearance and voice. Well, I'm going to fiddle with this. I don't know how long I'm going to be, but I'm not going to make you sit through it. So I'll be right back. And we're back. And this is Edward Cousland. I went with a traditionally sounding Britishy name. If he's second only to royalty, I feel like he needs a very royalty sounding name. So this is him. I'm not sure if I'm happy with the nose, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It's just a game. So next we have attributes. Now I did do a little bit of research into how to spec out my characters because I don't want to have to do it in the middle of playing. I want to just play. So I've got some notes on kind of what I want to do. I know for warriors, for tank warriors, I think, don't quote me, it's strength to a certain point, dexterity to a certain point, and I think I need cunning to get some special skills. So I'm going to go with 18 strength, 16 dexterity, and 15 dexterity and 12 cunning. So that's how I'm splitting up everything. I'm not going to read all the who's-y what's-its of all this stuff because I don't think that's very interesting. At least not for you anyway. Okay. Next one is skills. So we have coercion. The character is influential enough to convince others to change their views. Okay. Strength contributes to a more intimidating character, whereas cunning contributes to a more persuasive character. Right, stealing, trap making, survival, herbalism, poison making, combat training. Let's see, warriors and rogues gain access to 3rd tier weapon talents. Ooh. And then combat tactics. So I'm leaning towards coercion because I do like to talk my way out of situations. Tends to save on the having to stab each death. So yeah, let's go with coercion. I mean, I've got 2 already in here. So, all right, warrior. And I do want to play a tank. I feel like because from what I've read is that it's like a party aspect, and there's you need a tank, a healer, and some DPS, kind of standard gameplay. And I wanted to play tank because reasons. So warrior, we don't need dual weapon, we don't need archery. Weapon and shield. So I'm probably not gonna make you guys sit through all this stuff, but let's see. Oh, there's taunt, so I want to get this one. So precise striking. The warrior tries to make each attack count, sacrificing attack speed for bonus to attack, as well as an increased chance to score critical hits. Okay, so that's like a DPS buff, maybe? And let's get another one down here, weapon and shield. Shield block. Practice fighting with the shield improves the character's guard. Enemies can no longer flank. Oh yeah, we're getting that one. I don't like to be flanked. And I guess we play now. Oh, difficulty. Easy, normal, hard. Well, let's not be crazy and do hard and nightmare. We'll just do normal. And if it's too hard, we'll go to easy. If it's too easy, we'll go to hard.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, though we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. How, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Oh, you're here already. Okay, let's see. So it looks like I can be a sarcastic jerk. But I don't think that's where I want to go with my character. I do need to kind of think about it, or I'll develop his personality sort of on the fly, maybe. So he's a noble-born son, and I feel as though he would be respectful, so... And you, Arl Howe. There we go. And you, Arl Howe.
My daughter Delilah asked
Oh, no.
after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
Oh, no. I think Delilah's a bit younger than I am.
As you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt he'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce boy has his own mind these days, may God bless his heart.
Temperament to match his fighting skill. Well done, your lordship.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Oh, well that's... Okay, but wait, what? Why can't I go to the battle with you and Fergus?
I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going.
But that's what But we're like middle-aged-y kind of thing. That's what women do. They send their kids off to war. So yeah, let me talk to her. I'll convince her.
I doubt that. You know your mother, and she made it clear there is no debate. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Oh, he slapped his chest real hard.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Well, he probably did. But I don't know. I mean, I know what I know from the cutscene, the beginning, but... Okay, so they're probably an order of great warriors, right, Dad? Father?
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Okay, but... Yeah, is there a reason I shouldn't be wanting to join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Yeah, sure. That's... Let's train my abilities. Oh, I really want to play through one time as a jerk. I don't... It's always so difficult, though, so I never really finish those playthroughs. Okay, yes, of course, Father, I can see to his needs, or his requests, while you're gone.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Okay, but where is Fergus?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Ooh, stuff. Alright, lots of stuff. Okay, while all that's going on, let's see. Looks like this is my action bar. Oh, nice. We'll spread this all out. Oh, here's... Okay. Sustain, so I guess it's like a buff. So let's put those over here. And this one over here. Oh, and I missed all the pop-ups. Okay, quest updated. That's my journal. I'll look at that later. So, the Couslands of Highever, Father's Task. Your father, Tyrn Bryce Cousland, and Arl Howe have been summoned by King Caelan to the battle at Ostagar. However, Arl Howe's forces have been delayed. You have been sent to tell your brother, Fergus, that he should leave for Ostagar ahead of your father. Fergus is probably in his room saying goodbye to his wife and child. So, Marcus Red... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Make active. Sulker's Pass... I'm wondering, so I have the like ultimate editions with I think contains all the DLC and then some, so that's probably a DLC quest. So completed quests, codex. Okay, so creatures, items, magic and religion, culture and history. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of reading. Characters, books and songs, notes, spell combos, controls, quest related. So here, okay. I'm going to read through these as I play through them. I will leave them in if they are pertinent to a quest we're doing. Or something along those lines. If they're not, then I'll edit it out and save you guys the grief. Or I'll work them in later somehow. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, but I'm not gonna make you sit through me reading for no reason. Okay, there were other pop-ups, but let me see. So I've got my character record, which is my screen here. Spells. Skills. Okay. I for inventory. Alright. So I've got... Oh, it's the, again, expansion stuff. Okay, I'll look at all that stuff later. I don't think that's from Maritone. Okay. And then we've got the, let's see, journal map. Oh, area map. Castle Coosland. So we are in the main hall, and they have a chapel, and a kitchen, and a pantry, and an atrium. Oh, my room. And I go, oh, that's where I'm going. Pretty nice castle, Dad. Pretty big. Alright, then we have tactics. I'll figure that out later. And main menu. Okay, so let's save. I'm gonna save a lot in case I have to reload and redo something. So, sorry, not sorry. So let's talk to Dad.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked?
Yes, but I have questions, Dad. Are you sure you're gonna be alright?
Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my cherished son. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Coosland name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
Oh, that was sad. Well, I already know where Fergus is. You already told me that. Is sending all of our forces south a good idea?
When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here. In case.
In case of what? Oh, that's great. I love it when my natural reaction is an option.
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
Oh, that sounds really scary. I don't think he would say that. He's not going to admit to being scared in front of his dad. So I will do my best, Father. I swear it.
I know you will. You are a Coosland, after all.
I am a Coosland.
But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us.
Okay, I will go now, Father.
I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Alright, well, I'm going to try and talk to Duncan, so excuse me.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
Oh, I was hoping to ask you a quick question or two.
Very well. I doubt your father would mind a slight delay.
Great. Are there really darkspawn in the south?
Indeed. We spotted a horde assembling in the Korkari Wilds not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Kaelan took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly. The first battles have already been fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
Okay. How many darkspawn are there?
Thousands. Perhaps 10,000 or more in this horde. Normally the darkspawn stay in the deep roads. It bodes ill that so many risk the surface.
How much danger are Fergus and my father in?
Well, I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large, darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith. I suppose we shall see for ourselves once we arrive at the King's camp.
Would you really recruit me into the Grey Wardens?
Of course. You are young, skilled, and eager for battle. Or so I heard. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise. The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
I'm glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to see what other candidates your castle offers.
Oh, then that must be Sir Gilmore. So did you really come all this way just to see Sir Gilmore?
I have only found a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden. Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king.
Do you know the king?
Not well. King Kalen is an eager young man who has shown great wisdom in responding to the Darkspawn threat.
I've heard he's a bit enraptured with the Grey Warden legend, and that is why he caters to your order.
How? That is unworthy of you.
He only repeats what we've all heard. Whatever the king's reasons, I'll take his support. The priority is defeating the Darkspawn before they threaten all of Ferelden.
Alright, I'll leave you be then. Thank you.
Until we speak again.
Alright, let's talk to Arl Howe.
Yes?
Yes. Could you be more? I'm sorry, but he screams like twirling his mustache as villain with the voice and the yes. So, don't really trust you. How long have you and my father been friends, Arl Howe?
We fought together under King Maric when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
So you knew King Maric?
Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kalen isn't half that.
Oh. So you don't really think much of King Kalen?
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Howe. You speak of our king.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship, as per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
So either he really just hates him, or King Kalen's not the brightest bulb. I don't want to ask about your daughter, dude. Not that I don't think he wouldn't be open to meeting someone, but I picture Edward, a younger son, so he's probably early 20s, not really wanting to, you know, have a serious relationship right now anyway. So, okay, I trust that the delay with your men is nothing serious, correct?
Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
Okay, but you told my father the delay was your fault.
In a manner of speaking. If I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
Okay, well, I just want to wish you well, Arl Howe.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
Alright, guys, let's get on out of here.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening. Okay, and then I think plot... Okay, yeah, that's how we do it. So, Arl... Well, hello.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening. Let's see, do these guys say anything different?
Greetings, my lord. You are the Terran's son, are you not?
Yeah, I am indeed Edward.
That is good to know. I understand you shall take charge of your father's castle once we march.
Yeah, so I'm told.
Ah, then I wish you luck. Good evening, my lord.
That was really kind of weird. Okay, so there's dear old dad. I wonder if this is dear old mom. Alright, let's go out this door. Oh wow. Big place. That's locked. Can I?
This should be easy enough.
Okay, I can't. Locked item. Yes, thank you. I know it's a locked item. So I'm guessing that's a roguey kind of thing. That sounds like a roguey thing. But this one's open. I'm guessing only the unique character names have talking abilities.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
Well, Middle Ages, they went to church a lot. I'm gonna say he's religious neutral. He believes in his church, the Maker, I guess. But he's not fanatical about it. So, yes, I would appreciate that, Mother Malal.
Please, child, call me Malal. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need.
Maker watch over us.
Let no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be.
Maker, forgive us all.
There now. I'll be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me.
Oh, but can't you answer a few questions first?
I cannot. Many await my attendance before they march into the unknown. We shall talk once the soldiers have departed.
All right. Fine. Oh, the Maker Codex entry. Let's see, what else do we have?
Right.
So it's the Chant of Light on the first Darkspawn. All these give you experience, so that's nice.
As you wish.
An account of the life of the Prophet Andraste. Now let's go out here and hang left and see what else we can find. Guessing this is the same. Yep, that's the big hall. It's weird, it's like an open castle. Oh. Locked. And...
Oh, my lord, we were just,
Oh. Yeah, it looks like right here. Looks like they are playing cards.
Well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Well, I mean... yeah, did my father fear someone might actually steal something?
I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury.
Okay. Who has the key to the treasury?
The Terran, and perhaps the Tanner? Honestly don't know, my lord.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna just let them, oh, don't worry about it, just play. He's gonna want, these guys are getting paid to do a job, or they're being looked after to do a job. So, no, I'll forget about it this time, but get back to work.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. We won't forget this.
You're welcome, but... Oh, you're just there to guard the treasury? Well then, maybe you should guard it. Okay. Oh.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you too, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
She was my nanny before she was the cook. She's not going anywhere.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
Well, he knows better than to hurt anybody.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
Okay. Where is my mother exactly?
She was entertaining Lady Landra and her son when I left her. Perhaps in the atrium? Before we go, my lord, might I beg a question? I've heard from several people that a Grey Warden is here. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Then, is it also true that this Grey Warden was asking after me?
Yes, he intends to test you for potential recruitment.
Maker's breath, are you certain? Can you imagine me, a Grey Warden? It would be everything I've dreamed of! Of course, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Pardon my outburst.
Okay. Controlling party members, Grey Warden's Codex entry, and a new quest, I think. Yes. Mischief in the larder. Sir Gilmore has come to you with a problem in the kitchen. Your dog is in the pantry causing problems, and the cook wants you to deal with him. Sir Gilmore will join you while you deal with the matter. But first, Sir Gilmore, I have questions.
We really should go after your hound, my lord, before he does something worse.
Yeah. But do you know much about the Grey Wardens?
Only what everyone hears. I never expected to actually see one. So few of them are here in Ferelden.
Have you ever seen a Darkspawn?
Never. You hear about Darkspawn attacking homesteads and travellers, but I thought they were just stories.
Are Grey Wardens really as skilled as the legends say? Well, how would he know?
I hear they only recruit the most skilled. It'd be disappointing if that wasn't true.
So what happens when if the Grey Wardens recruit you?
I only know that once you become a Grey Warden, your old life is over. There's no going back.
Okay, let's talk about something
else. As you wish. But what if the Grey Warden tries to recruit you? Have you thought about it?
Yeah, but Dad said no. Yeah, he assured my father he wouldn't recruit me.
He could change his mind. Grey Wardens are notorious for doing whatever is necessary to fight the Darkspawn. Scribe Aldous once told me that the Grey Wardens used to burn entire villages to keep them out of Darkspawn hands.
Okay. So they kill people to protect them?
If they have to. A few villages are a small price to pay to save the world.
Yeah, unless you're the villagers. Why would he recruit me?
Surely you jest, my lord. You're strong, skilled, and easily the equal of men twice your age. The Grey Wardens would be fools to overlook you.
So apparently I'm awesome. That's good to know. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I really don't know how I feel about it. The Grey Wardens seem kind of like, I guess, bigger picture, greater good, but it's hard. I'm not sure how I feel about it, Sir Gilmore.
I suppose you have many other options. Me? I would give anything to be recruited.
Yeah. So why aren't you going south with our men?
I would were it my choice. Your father decided I should remain with the complement guarding the castle. I hope that's because this Grey Warden wishes to see me.
Probably. Yes, tell me about yourself, Sir Gilmore.
Well, you know I've served your father for years, since my own father sent me to squire here. My father is a minor lord in the Bannorn, but our land is little more than a glorified farmstead. I do miss it, though. The valleys of the Bannorn are beautiful this time of year. I take great pride in serving the Turn. Still, if I had the opportunity to join the Grey Wardens, I wouldn't hesitate.
You would leave my father's service?
With his blessing, I imagine. Joining the Wardens is the highest service one can render.
Well, I don't mind if he accompanies me.
Of course, my lord. Lead on.
Okay, let's go over here.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening. It looks like we're in the library.
Mother says the Darkspawn will all be killed and I won't see one. Is that true?
I have no idea.
Mother says the Darkspawn will all be killed and I...
Hello, my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
Yeah, still the same taskmaster, I see.
If the mind is not exercised, it withers just as the body does. Perhaps you'd care to join me in teaching the lesson?
Well, I am quite familiar with the subject matter.
Perhaps you could make the topic more palatable for these lads and their minuscule intellects.
Okay, sure, very well. Why not?
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
Oh, I have no idea. Let's see, when was our line founded?
Records are vague, but the Kuslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
No, yeah, yes, I remember something about an age in there.
Every day I pray to the Maker that my lessons will stick, and every day he tasks me anew. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Kusland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
Okay, so, we predate the founding of the kingdom, correct?
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man.
Ouch. Okay, so, yeah, your lecturing does lead to yawning. I feel like he's gonna give sarcasm when it's being given towards him. So I feel like he's gonna be a semi-sarcastic kind of guy. So your lecturing does lead to yawning.
A pity you don't spend the same care whetting the edge of your mind as your tongue. At any rate, your family has held the tournure of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Kusland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
Oh, we oppose the king?
Well, the Kuslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
And Calenhad let us keep the tournure.
Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
Those kids' eyes look glazed over like, what? Alright, so tell me about our relationship with Arl Howe.
The history between the Kuslands and the Howes reaches back to the Osized it withers just...
Oh, I don't know. The history between the Kuslands and the Howes reaches back to the Orlesian occupation. Okay, so when did Orlais occupy High Ever?
During your grandfather's rule. Of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near High Ever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tourneur's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
But my father and Arl Howe are old friends now. So how'd that happen?
The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn.
Interesting. So he seems like his family seems like a fair weather. They're flip-floppers. Anyway, time to end the lessons, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Oh, does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the good I'm doing. That's myself all this while you do this.
Hooligans. That word needs to come back more. Okay, noble families of Ferelden, geography of Ferelden. So, let's see. Hello, Mr. Librarian.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening. Any other books that I can pick up for experience?
This should be easy enough.
The history of Ferelden up to the Orlesian occupation. Okay, then the next one over here is... Okay, the Orlesian occupation of Ferelden. And...
As you wish.
A door. Another book. A brief explanation of Ferelden culture. Alright. Well, let's continue on around, and I think it's where I came from, so let's go this way. Oh, there's people up there to talk to. Before we go up there, let's finish going around here. Oh, looks like this is the dining hall, but nothing in there. I hear a woman screaming and a dog barking. Alright, let's... Okay, quest is right there, so let's go down here first. But this is the... Yep, that's the other entrance to the Great Hall. Those are the words. I wonder if this is like... We're going down, so I'm guessing servants' quarters? Yes, that was right.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
Well, you kind of have to.
We will serve you well while the Terran is gone.
Beds and laundry, maybe? Looks like laundry room, sort of. Piles of trash just lying about the place. And... more servants' quarters? Alright, anything locked I can't open. I'm just gonna give up.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening. It's really big and beautiful. Guessing this is to the front gate? Yes, front gate. And... nothing. I do like the laundry hanging from the castle. That's a nice little touch. That's really cool. And the lanterns every so often. Okay, let's go back around here to this section, which has a quest, I think. Alright, let's talk to...
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder!
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves, I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you! Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
He's not a mongrel, he's a pure-blood Mabari.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Okay, no need to be so bossy.
Why are you talking to me, young man? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak.
That sounds delicious. How did he get in the larder this time?
How in the blazes am I supposed to know? He up and walked through the wall, I expect. That hound isn't natural. I see it in his eyes. He does this on purpose, just to torment me.
Okay, Nan.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
Okay.
We will serve you well while the Terran is gone.
Nothing interesting to say. So cook is just Nan. Alright, let's save. Oh my, that's a big dog.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Oh yeah, are you trying to tell me something, boy? Oh, we're barking and spinning around in place. Sorry, I should.
It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Ooh, a name for my dog. Go with Alfred, because reasons. Oh, codex entry, combat. Okay, we're in combat.
Finally.
Okay. So it's rats, and let me turn on my buff. And then... Okay, let's shield bash stuff. feel like everyone keeps killing things too fast. Alright, you guys kill that one. I'll kill this one over here.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Yeah. Excited bark. He was being a good boy. It certainly looks that way.
Those were rats from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Alright, codex entries galore on things to... It looks like things to loot. So let's loot, and then I'll look at my codex. Okay, codex red. They have a codex entry for Sweet Alfred here. Oh, can he talk, I wonder? He bounces around you, barking excitedly. Do you see something interesting? And he runs off. Comes back with nothing. Alright. Thanks.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending our larder from rats. Really big ones.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
Yes, the rats are dead. My faithful warhound made sure it was safe.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
Oh.
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Oh, quest completed. You have dealt with your dog, and Sir Gilmore has gone back to his duties. Okay, do you have anything else to talk about, Cook?
Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes?
Do you know what?
Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
A busy day?
Just keeping order. That's why your father keeps me on. The good maker knows I needn't take care of you anymore. Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is. And don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lord? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
Of course I have.
Good. I'm not exactly privy to your goings-on now that you're grown. Just an old nanny, never invited to your father's fancy meetings. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you, the dog that bit?
I would assume that I would. So yes, I remember it.
Good. Then you can start.
Oh, I don't. I don't remember how it goes.
Before our father's fathers came down from the mountains, a warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son.
And Hahaku became prideful?
The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, How could he?
Yes, so Hahaku's own misdeeds bit him.
When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand.
He should have waited till the chief was alone. No, he shouldn't have. That was a mistake.
The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
It's karma, man. Bad, bad juju. So... Old nurses tell boring stories. No. Well, don't abuse your power. Or how you treat the least is remembered by the greatest, maybe. Well, I'm gonna go with don't abuse your power.
Exactly. Hahaku took advantage of a position he thought he was entitled to. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave,
I am, but... Thank you for the story. It was very thoughtful of you, Nan.
It's a story worth repeating. That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
Oh, that's right. I gotta do that. Father's task. Okay. Anything else of interest in here? We didn't talk to the servants. And a locked door. Okay. So the way up was over here?
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening. And here's a group of people to talk to.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yes, I just like my Nan's head exploded and my hound ate the kitchen staff. Yes, Mother, Nan is back to work as we speak.
You've always had a way with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Were you drunk? Oh god, these reactions are great. Of course, it's good to see you again, my lady.
You're too kind, dear boy. Didn't I spend half the salon shamelessly flirting with you?
Right in front of your family, too.
You remember my son, Dyron. I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
You're being honest. You fought very well.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra!
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Yeah. No. I can handle my own affairs, thank you very much.
All evidence to the contrary.
Hey.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
I didn't think I was being rude. But apparently, so hello, Mother.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
I know, but did you know there's a Grey Warden here, Mom?
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Well, I mean, like, would that be so bad?
There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother.
Do you know where Fergus might be?
If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana.
So, maybe you can explain to me, Mother, why I cannot go with Father and Fergus.
I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
Yes, but what if they fall without me?
It's in the Maker's hands now, and we must cope as best we can.
I mean, it's not. It's in your hands, per my father, so... Yeah. Are you gonna stay in the castle too?
For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate, and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
As you wish.
Good. I was worried you might be nervous about running the castle alone. I needn't have been concerned.
No, I think he would be comfortable, so... Yeah, I have a bad feeling about all of this.
As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me. But it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours.
Alright. I'll go now.
I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
I do, but I'm hardly a boy any longer.
Indeed. I turned around, and here you are. A fine man in your own right. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. Go do what you must, then. I will see you soon.
So, the son said he was going to the study with the lady-in-waiting, so maybe they're there and I could talk to them. They are! Hurrah! Alright, Darian.
Hello again. Your castle study is wonderful. Might I ask whose collection this is?
I have no idea. My grandfather's.
Yes, he was something of a scholar, right? An interest in magical studies?
Yes. Do you have an interest in magic?
Not per se. Books are my passion. Years ago I wanted to join the chantry as a scholar, but Father wouldn't hear of it.
My passions lie in other areas.
Oh, such as?
Okay. I guess we could be a flirt right away. Combat.
Just like your brother?
Yes.
Your family is renowned for its knights.
So you're going to be riding off with my father tomorrow, yes?
Yes, though I don't know when. I will leave when your father does. I'll ride as his second. A glorified squire, more or less. I'll care for his horse and armor and such. It's quite an honor.
Will you actually fight?
I hope so. I admit to trepidation about facing Darkspawn, but I can't imagine an opponent more worthy of defeat.
Do you... Oh, wow. Do you consider an orange to do a menial task? That's really rude. So we're not going to say that. Do you know anything about the Grey Wardens?
No more than anyone else. Is it true there is one here in the castle? Have you met him?
I did. It's true, and yes, I've met him.
I'd join the Grey Wardens in a heartbeat. Can you imagine destroying the Darkspawn forever? Becoming a hero? But I'd never gain a Grey Warden's notice. I'll have to be happy under your father's command.
Let's talk about me. I like that topic. I'd like to get to know you a little better.
I'd like that. What did you have in mind?
Tell me more about yourself.
There's not much to tell. I am the eldest son of a minor lord. I can't imagine I'm anyone very interesting to you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go, because I don't really want to flirt with you just yet, because I just met you, but Edward's not that kind of boy.
Of course, my lord. I am sure you have much to do yet.
He's not in my book. Okay, Iona, hello.
That is a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent.
Thank you. Happy bark.
Greetings once again, my lord.
Good evening.
Farewell, my lord.
Oh, that was...
Good luck on managing this castle in the coming months. I imagine it shall be very difficult.
Okay, I didn't mean to say goodbye.
Greetings once again, my lord.
Okay, how did you come to know Lady Lady Landra?
My family has been in service to hers for many years. Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter.
You have a daughter?
Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her.
It's fine. It's quite alright.
Her name is Amathine. Her father died of a wasting sickness 2 years ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Thank you. He is with the Maker now.
So you don't hope for more for your daughter?
I have risen very high for my people. I would not tempt fate by wishing more.
Your people, I don't understand. Oh, she's elven. It sounds like Lady Landra has been good to you.
Lady Landra is good to her elven servants. That is not true in many households, but I hear it is in yours. It speaks well of your father to show such compassion.
Guess, but I haven't seen many elven ladies in waiting.
Lady Landra has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, your mother has no ladies in waiting herself. Is that usual for a noble woman of her rank?
Oh, well, you know, she doesn't care to be fussed over.
That is not a sentiment I see amongst other noble women.
Tell me more about yourself.
I am an open book, my lord. What would you like to know?
Where were you born?
Lady Landra's manor is not half so large as your castle, so my family lives in the alienage.
That sounds... Okay, do you enjoy living there?
There we do not stand out quite so much. In an alienage, my daughter learns what it means to be elven, as much as possible. So much of our history has been lost.
What do you think of humans?
That is an awkward question. What do you mean?
Do you find them very different from your own people? Okay.
Sometimes. But to be honest, we elves have lost much of our history. Few speak our language anymore, and many do not know what being elven means. We live amongst you, worship as you do, sing the same songs, eat the same foods. I am a Ferelden woman, yet my race will always set me apart.
Okay, I don't want to ask about someone special back home. I don't want to show interest. I'm done.
Farewell, my lord.
Farewell.
Good luck on managing this castle in the coming months.
Thank you.
I imagine it shall be very difficult.
Thank you. I just feel like these conversations down here were extremely awkward. Like, I guess if you wanted to play as a flirt, you could be flirty with both of them right away, but I just feel like that's not Edward. I feel like I feel like that's not him. You know, I don't want to say he's serious, but
Good evening, my lord.
His father's going off to war with his brother. He's just not really thinking about that right now.
As you wish.